Hi YouTube! Today I'm bleaching my locks and I'm excited to show you. So my hair is clean, it's been washed, conditioned, and I applied a lot of coconut oil to it. So this is the product that I will be using. This is the Clairol Kaleido Colors. There's 2 packets of that. The Clairol Developer 20, which is the standard lift. I have a color applicator brush and bowl, and I have a pair of gloves. Not shown there, but they are very, very, very important when handling bleach. So what I'm going to do is take a little bit of the bleach, about a pea-size amount, and then apply it to a test lock. So that's going to show me how long the bleach needs to sit in my hair. It'll also show me what the final look is going to look like, obviously, but most importantly, it'll allow me to see whether I need to smush the product all the way into my lock or if I could just apply it to the surface and get away with it that way. Because I don't want to spend a bunch of time smushing the product all the way into my locks if I don't have to. So here's a little close-up of what the product looks like when it's applied on your hair. I didn't smush it in too much, but I let it sit for about 10 minutes, and now you get to see what that looked like. So it's significantly lighter than the rest of my hair, which is what bleach should do anyway. So right now I'm happy with what it looks like on that test, and I have a better sense of how I'm going to apply the color after I'm finished bleaching it. Yay! Celebrate! Celebrate! Thumbs up! Yay! Alright, so right now what I'm doing is prepping my hair for the bleach. As I mentioned before, I already washed, conditioned, and oiled my hair. I used coconut oil because that provides a barrier against any dryness, and when your hair is overly dry, it's prone to breakage. And I used to be afraid of bleaching my hair until I did my research and figured, well, if I moisturize my hair with something like a coconut oil or an olive oil, then it's protected so that I could apply whatever I want to my hair without the fear that it'll completely break off after I have a few washes. So yeah, if you're considering it, just make sure that you take those precautions, and then it'll work out the way you intended. So right now I have my hair section off. I usually do 2 sections in the back, 2 sections in the front. I start with the back because it takes longer for the back of my hair to take any treatment, whether it be moisture, color, anything like that. Right now I'm sectioning my roots, separating them a little bit. I'm going to take that brush, take a lot of the product on it, and then literally paint it on, as you can see here. So I skip the first 1.5 inches from my roots because I'm going to go over my roots later. That's going to get done at the very, very end. So I took the brush, literally painting the product on. I'm not too worried about the spaces that aren't completely touched. I take it and then I completely flip it, and then I do the same thing on the back side. I fill the brush up with the product, brush it on, smooth it out with my hand, make sure I got all that product on, smooth it out again, and that's pretty much it. That's how I do it. It's fast, it's easy, and it gets a lot done at a time. Again, I'm not that concerned about the few spots that were missed because it'll get taken care of after I put a plastic cap on. So when you have a plastic cap, all the heat is trapped in your head, because your head is a really big round source of heat, and the product will thin out when it's given heat so that it'll spread to other parts of your hair without you having to do it in the first place. Just think about like butter melting in a pan. You know, if you have cold butter, you put it in a hot pan, it just kind of redistributes to all parts of the pan. And that's what product does to your hair, whether it be dye, conditioner, oil especially. So I'm not too worried about that at all. So I did the same thing on a different part of my hair. As you can see, smoothing it out as much as I can, but not taking too much time to make sure that it's all over. So I am pretty much done with most of my head now. Here's how it looks. So I'm going to turn around. There's the back of it. There. The side. Alright, and now let's continue. So tired. I ran out. I need more. Glad I got 2 of those powder packets. Alright, so now I am applying the final touches. Just making sure that the product is smoothed out and away from my face as I prepare to put on my plastic cap. Alrighty. Alright, I've rinsed my hair thoroughly, and now the next step is applying the color to my hair. It's gonna look a lot similar to this, but less blotchy. I do have pictures of what this looks like in the sun, and this angle and this lighting makes it look a lot better than it did. So I'm gonna be applying more color to it. And these are the products I'll be using: Dark and Lovely and more Dark and Lovely. Mixing those together to give me like a reddish blondish look. Alright, this will be fun, right? Alright, now all done. This is the finished look. I used the same method as I did when I was doing the bleaching process, and like I said, it looks a lot similar to what my bleached hair looks like. I washed, conditioned, oiled, and retwisted it. So this is the final look, and forgive the stale face. I am just so tired. The entire process took like hours. So I'm happy to be done. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.